What is happening, everyone? I hope this finds you well. We are doing great here, but like most of us, we don't really know what to do with ourselves. So I've got a great solution. We work a lot with runners who try to convince over and over to, hey, maybe you should start strength training, add some weightlifting into your life. The common complaint is, oh, I'm running too much or I don't have enough time. Well, guess what? We all have a ton of time right now. So I'm going to try to convince you again that you should add strength training into your life. Not only will it make you a better human, better runner, but it will help prevent injuries when we get out of this and you can get back to your normal daily life and you've created a good habit. So we're going to talk strength training because you're stuck at home, you have nothing else to do, and you can only run and walk so many times in a day. We have 3 programs that we want to go over. The first one utilizes just body weight. The second one is going to incorporate bands, and the third one is going to be your more traditional dumbbells, kettlebell exercise type movements. So you don't need a ton of equipment. We're really just trying to eliminate your excuses here. We already eliminated the time factor. Now we're trying to eliminate the equipment issue that you might have. So these programs are going to be set up for 2 weeks each, because seriously, if we get past a 6-week quarantine, we are going to have some problems, and strength training with your running is probably not going to be one of them. So these are going to be 2 weeks each. There's going to be splits that go into this with 2 different rep schemes. One scheme is going to be set on your traditional 2 to 3 sets of 10, 12, 15, whatever that might be. The second one is going to be more time-based, where you're doing a minute on, a minute of rest, and trying to see how many reps you can do with that. So the exercises, what we're going to try to do is incorporate a full body each time, and we're going to work on an A to B split, and I'll explain that here in just a second. But the exercises we're going to do are something for the lower body, and then a pushing movement, a pulling movement, something for the arms, because everybody likes to do the arms, a little bit of core, and then we're also going to add a corrective exercise for some of the most common running injuries that we're going to see here in the office to help you prevent those and just get in the habit of working those into your routine. As far as splits, we're going to do a traditional A and B split over a 2-week period of time. But how we're going to do this is we're going to do workout A on Monday, workout B on Wednesday, workout A again on Friday, and then workout B again the following Monday. And then we're going to give ourselves 2 days rest from that. And then following that on that Thursday, we are going to do a combined A and B split exercise, which is going to be a little bit more high intensity, a lot more reps, really going to work you pretty hard on that one. So again, we're trying to get a day's rest in between these. We're going to do A and B splits to challenge ourselves and do different exercises. As we dive into this, please reach out to me with any questions. As a runner who also loves strength training, this is a passion of mine. This is where I take a lot of people that I encounter, because I fully believe that if you're stronger and you're more mobile, you're a more injury-free athlete, and you can prevent things that might pop up if you weren't strength training. So take that to heart, work on these things now that we have the downtime, and let's create some good habits. All right, it's time for our first home workout. This is going to be the Bodyweight program. Again, it's split up in A and B. You have a lower, push, pull, arms, core, and then a corrective. So for workout A, which you're going to do twice, and then workout B, you're going to do twice, and for a 5th workout, you're going to combine them. So for over the 2 weeks time, you're going to have 5 workouts you're going to do. So for workout A, we have our lower, push, pull, arms, core, and corrective. So we're going to go down the line. We're going to start with a squat. We're going to do a push-up, a floor slide for our pulling movement, a chair dip for our arms, a bird dog for our core, and then calf raises for our corrective. We need to strengthen those calves as runners to help prevent that Achilles tendinopathy, make things stronger down there so we don't have any dysfunction that causes problems down the line. For exercise B, we're going to do alternating lunge, a shoulder press push-up variation, a dowel rod pull where we're going to put it between 2 chairs. You're going to do an underhand pull for the biceps on the arm movement. We're going to do rolling planks for the core, and then we're going to do an ankle mobility lunge again for that corrective. jump into this, I want to discuss the rep schemes a little bit more. So when we're doing more of your traditional 2-3 sets, 10, 12, 15, whatever we're doing there, we want to work through it in a specific order. So the first time you do a workout, an A or B workout, the first time you're going to do it, you're going to do 2 sets of 12 and you're going to do 2 rounds of each. So basically what you're going to do is 2 sets of 12 of the first exercise, then the second exercise, all the way through the 6 exercises. Then you're going to circle back around and you're going to do that again. That's the second round. Okay, the second time you're actually going to do the workout, we're going to do 2 sets of 15, so we're increasing the reps a little bit. But that same thing, we're going to work through each exercise, 2 sets of 15, and then we're going to circle back around and do another round all the way through that again. When it comes time for the combined exercise, that last one where we're doing A and B, we're going to do 1 set of 10 each. You're going to do the A exercise immediately followed by the B exercise. You're going to take a 60-second rest, and then you're going to hop down to the second one, and you're going to go 1 through 6. After you finish that, you're going to come back around and do 2 more rounds. So this one's really going to tire you out, and we're going to work on making sure we're getting that rest, but we're going to go from 1 set of 10 immediately into another exercise. That's called the superset, and then we're going to take a minute break and move on to the next group of exercises. The second option that you have is doing a timed exercise, where we're basically going to do those 6 exercises again, but we're going to do 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and you're going to see how many reps that you can do in that time. And then in the middle, you're going to do a minute off and then go on to the next exercise, and you work all the way through, circle around and do another round. And then the second time you do that group of exercises, you're going to do 2 rounds of each again, but you're going to shorten your rest period. So you're going to do 1 minute on and then 45 seconds off before you move on to the next exercise. And then the last one where we combine them, this one's going to get tough. We're going to do 2 rounds of it, but you're going to do 1 minute on to the first exercise, 15 seconds off, and then immediately into that second exercise. And then you're going to take a 1 minute off and then move down to the next group. So you're going to have those 6 groups of exercises there. So you're going to hit it pretty hard for a minute, catch a quick breather, hit the next minute, and then come down to the next exercise after a minute off. I'll type all this in the comments, but I just want to make sure you understood that. Both are going to be challenging. I would say the time one is for a little bit more of an advanced level. If you're looking for a basic exercise, do the 2 sets of 12 or 15 that we had mentioned earlier.